Hey guys, today I will show you how to create a fire alarm system. For that thing, we'll be needing some components. We'll be using our Arduino board, and we'll be using a buzzer, and also we'll be using a fire sensor, and also one lighter just to create some fire. And this sensor will basically sense the fire and will send the signal to our Arduino board system, and then the Arduino will eventually beep with the help of this buzzer. Apart from that, we will be also needing some jumper wires, basically 5 jumper wires that are male to female jumper wires. So yeah, let's get started. So the circuit will be very simple. We'll be first start with this sensor. It has basically got four general purpose IO. Basically, the two which are at the far end are basically, one is for the analog and one is for the digital transmission of signals, and the middle two are basically, the left one is the ground and the right one is the positive, or we can keep it on high basically. And also for the buzzer it has got yes, sorry, for the buzzer it has got 3 pins basically. The right one is for the low, the middle one is for the high, and the left one is for the signal. Basically, we'll be sending signal through this pin. So we just need to select. We'll be simply doing uh, in order to like keep this high and keep it powered. We'll be using first two of its pins, that is the positive one. Be using red for the same, and for the negative we'll be using the black color pin, and the positive will go on the 5 voltage directly, and the negative will go on the ground on our Arduino system. And we'll be using the analog signals to transmit the signal from our sensor to the Arduino board. So we'll be using the A0 of the Arduino in order to receive the signal from our sensor, and we will just bind it to the left pin. And also like for the buzzer, so for the buzzer as well, we'll be using a dark gray for the negative or the low output, and for the signal we'll be using sort of an amber gray. I'm really bad for the color coding right now because I've all got these jumper wires available. So yeah, this signal is basically a digital output from our Arduino board. So we'll be just pinning it on our 12 for now, and the negative we can just ground it direct way. So we have to write down a program for the same now. So basically, when this sensor senses the fire, it basically creates an analog output. It generally creates an analog output in the range of from 0 to 1024 at max. So the value range in between that. So we just need to create our program so that whenever the fire gets catched, the value 0 is being received, and when the Arduino will receive the 0 input, it will create another signal to our buzzer basically in order to buzz it. I'll just show you how do we write the program for the same. I have just wrote down this program and I'll be going through this very quickly. So basically I have just created two constants, that is the minimum and the maximum value that our fire sensor will basically generate. And after that the serial, I mean like we can initialize the serial communication to 9600 baud rate, and pin mode that we will be using to generate our output as a digital signal. We are setting this up here, and then we'll be keeping our digital output as low for now, unless the fire is not being sensed by our sensor, and then we'll keep it high. So the sensor here we are reading this sensors reading. It will be generally like in the range of 0 to 1024. So in order to split that up, we are creating a map basically, so that we can just get the four output values, in which the 0 will correspond to when the fire is being sensed, and the 4 basically, or sorry, the 2 will be that there is no fire. And also, like, if there is a median between two range, that's around like 500 something, we'll be mapping it to the 1, so that we can just sense that there is a fire but at some distant place. And then we'll be running this in continuously loop and having a delay of like 100. I'll be just connecting my Arduino device so that we can debug this program. So yeah, I've set up the pins. I had got wrongly taken it as 13, but I put it in the 12 pin of the Arduino. Now just see how it works. If you want to see the output as well, I've just opened the terminal here as well. As you can see that the value is reading in between like 1000, 1015, 1018 up to 1022. So this is a signal of no fire right now. Now I will let up the lighter and see, like, as you can see, the range goes to the bottom like around 25641, similar to that. And if I am having some distant fire right now, it's ranging like around 400 to 500 something around. So yeah guys, this was all for today for this sensor interfacing. We'll be coming up with more sensors and more interfacings with other devices. So stay tuned, and please do like and subscribe.